story time. How I got catfished by a 50-year-old man. My stories be wild. And at a certain point, he was like, send nudes. I made plans to meet the catfish. On my way to meet the catfish, I did feel something funky. So I'm still on the phone with my cousin as I arrived there. It's a very sketch hood. Where are you now? I'm standing outside in front of the house. There were a few people standing outside. I have witnesses that saw me. I see the people, they go inside. Y'all cannot deny, y'all seen me. The catfish was like, yeah, take a seat on the chair. I look up, I see a 50 greasy old mother. I nearly shit my pants. Pretty sure I got PTSD from that shit. This story correlates why I have anxiety to this day. I wasn't doing very good, going out a lot, getting drunk. There was nothing weird about that profile. Never underestimate the power of the internet. I'm looking at a crime thing. I see that an older man got jumped. Is it the catfish? I could have never put a foot in my house ever again. So kids, stay out there, stay safe, don't do dumb things.
If you thought I was disturbed before, baby boy, I'm gonna disturb you now. If you thought disturbed before, baby boy, I'm gonna disturb you now. If you thought I was disturbed before, baby girl, I'm gonna disturb you now. Disturb you. Disturb you. Disturb you. Disturb you.
What's poppin', baddies, and welcome back to another Boomo Clap video. Do y'all like that? I think y'all fuck with that. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Nourish, and if you already do, you already know how we roll. Period. Come on. Are you stupid? No, that's too much. So how have you been? What'd you say, unhinged? Me too! Twinsies! I think it's safe to say that at this point in our lives, we've all experienced anxiety at least once. With the rise of social media, I think our brain is so prone and triggered to getting anxiety, whether this is the pressure of comparison or due to the pandemic. We've been caged for a long time, and mentally it does something to you. With the amount of information we get on a daily on social media, anxiety, it gives you anxiety. You hear people say it all the time, and I'm not pushing anything up on you, but with the come of the pandemic, it has become such an inevitable thing, and maybe you've experienced anxiety without even knowing that you had anxiety. And I already hear you think like, how you know what's best for my family, bitch?
How you know what's best for my family, bitch?
How you know what the fuck be happening in my life, bitch? Don't shoot the messenger. Chill, girl. Sit down. And by me saying that maybe you've experienced anxiety without even knowing, there's a big why, right? Like, why would I do that? Why this? Why that? But I think when it comes to mental health, the truth is we are afraid of labels. When it comes to mental health, we are afraid of labels. When people get a mental health diagnosis, society is so quick to write them off as crazy, and that makes us scared to find out what is actually happening in our heads. And honestly, in my opinion, that also keeps us uneducated. Yeah, I said it. But actually, anxiety is a normal reaction to stress. In a state of anxiety, your mind and your body are going opposite ways. So your mind is stressing and your body is going in survival mode to protect yourself. So actually, it's rather a normal reaction to stress. So I've been having anxiety since I was 17, and I could never really pinpoint it. In that time, I was just developing new traumas in which anxiety had the chance to present itself. But you know, with time, I just came to realize that you are not your thoughts, you are not your feelings, and feelings are just temporary. You can't change the way you feel. And I also don't think anybody wakes up and be like, good day to... Shut up. Good day. What the fuck? Ghetto ass shit. Yeah, I don't think anybody wakes up and be like, let me be anxious today. And the thing is, you can't control your feelings, but you can control what you do with those feelings. So you can put yourself in another state of mind. Are we still on the same page? So I decided to take you through my anxiety journal, things I do when I experience anxiety. Right now, I'm getting close to my period, so that is where my anxiety level is really at its peak. I'm just taking you guys with me, and you never know, maybe there's stuff that you can use to apply to your own situation to overcome periods of anxiety. And also, anxiety doesn't have to be like one moment straight. It can be divided into days. You are not alone, and a lot of people have anxiety. It is a normal reaction to stress. This bitch been talking for a hot minute right now. Let me take a sip. Did you drink your water today? By the way, when winter hit, bro, I just stopped drinking water. I don't know what the fuck happened. But we just gonna do it. If you haven't already, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get it. So me mesteria aceita me studio, oh, amik me brother nang deng me studio. So guys, I wanted to do a get ready with me while I tell you a story time of how I got catfished by a 50-year-old man. My fucking stories be wild. So grab your popcorn, grab your chips, grab your snacks, grab a drink. I have mine like, this is really not good for you, but you know, hope the lighting is okay. I look like a ghost right now. I know. Calm down. I'm not even finished yet. Before you come with the funny comments, keep it to yourself because I'm not done yet. You feel me? Okay, it's starting to work. You see that energy drink? But obviously, everybody's history with anxiety is different. And this story is a part of where my anxiety stems from. But let me say, it's not the main reason why I got anxiety, but it's like one of the reasons why I have the anxiety. In an interview that Lauren London did recently, I heard her say that she's a naturally very anxious person, and I really resonate to that because I was looking at it, I was like, same, girl, same. I feel like I'm naturally anxious, and as I said before, just things I went through just made it worse. And by the way, I'm using the Catfished foundation. I was very hooked on the Maybelline Fit Me. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear that shit. Y'all moaning the grass and shit. I'm here for my peace. Shit. But yeah, it's almost finished. I got a second one. When you get hooked on a product, that is where you find another one. Current situation, yeah. So yeah, like I said, this story correlates why I have anxiety to this day. When I'm making like new friends and stuff, and just the possibility for them to turn out not how they present themselves to be, because the possibility is always there. That just gives me anxiety. If I'm looking here, this is where my mirror is at. So yeah, this is going to be a story time while I do my makeup, how I got catfished by a 50-year-old man. Before I start this story time, I also want to point out that I do take full accountability for this because like it could have ended way different, and I realized that I'm just very lucky. In a lot of situations that I've been through in my life, I've just been very lucky and blessed to always get away. Though on the other hand, I was going through a very tough time. I was going through a very transformative phase without even knowing that it was a transformative phase. So I was at the edge of cutting a lot of people off. In this period of time, I wasn't doing very good, going out a lot, getting drunk. I wasn't really living for a purpose. Like at this point, I was just living. That's it. That's really it. Also, decision making isn't something you're like good at. It's a skill. As you get in certain situation, you become better at that skill. Like logically, these brushes are, by the way, from Boozy Shop. I got it for Christmas from my sister. I was in a situationship with someone that said they didn't want anything serious, but they were still claiming all my time. So ladies, if you're in a situation where somebody tells you like, I don't want anything serious, but they are claiming all of your time, get the fuck out. Bitch, get the fuck out. You have no business being there because you're only setting yourself up for disaster, and it's just not worth it. So learn from this, get the fuck out. So basically you can say, I was lost as a motherfucker. I was lost or lost. I'm gonna try to say everything I use. You know, this is the LA Girl Pro Concealer. I use the one Fawn, the shade Fawn. Damn. So yeah, and that situationship honestly was giving me a lot of fucking stress, because there's nothing more stressful than dealing with someone and they tell you they don't want something, but they're acting completely different. And when you're vulnerable, it's just difficult because you're wasting your time, and deep down you know that you're wasting your time, but you just don't want to admit to it. But honestly, we gotta know our self-worth. You can't be playing with anybody like that, because not everybody is worth of your time. Definitely not. In that time, I was on Tinder and I matched with someone. So there was nothing weird about that profile. It just seemed very legit. Nothing that you say like, okay, maybe it's a catfish or maybe this. Like, nothing. It was just very legit. Definitely. That is also something I want to give on to the young people, because making friends, we all do that online these days, but never underestimate the power of the internet. The force and the power the internet has is so big. It's so fucking big, and it can get you into a lot of trouble if you don't pay close attention. And especially like if you're in a fragile state of mind, people can take advantage of that and they can leave you fucked. People are so sick in the world. Pay close attention to that shit. When you meet people online, don't just go off vibes. Also make a video call and let some time grow. Don't go on and meeting random people. Like, just wait. I always have this. So yeah, I matched with the catfish. The vibes was cool, but at this point, I think the man was so experienced at what he was doing. He knew exactly what the fuck he was doing. But we'll get to that later. We'll get to that later. And at a certain point, he was like, send nudes. And I was like, oh, hell nah, bitch. I'm not sending anything. So I was already kind of done with the situation. I got mad. And I was like, no, you know, fuck this. I don't want to do this. And he was like, no, I'm sorry. Didn't mean it like that, yada yada yada, da 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 da, whatever. If somebody tells you like send nudes, don't do it. Don't do it. I did set up a few guys before that. I made it seem like I was sending nudes, but I was just getting those stuff from the internet. Just don't do it. So yeah, one night, me and the situationship got into it, and I was like, fuck this, I don't need this either. I don't really recall what was going on, but there was some drama going on, and I was like, not doing this. My mind was telling me like, you have 100 people begging you to act right and you chasing one person to act right? Like, make it make sense. By the way, this was like a translucent, translucent, what's it called? Setting powder. So me and the situationship got into it. I was like, fuck this. I'm meeting someone tonight. I made plans to meet the catfish because, you know, we got over the nude situation and it was obvious I was not gonna send anything. So me and the catfish made plans for us to meet up. I know what you're thinking, like, bitch, how could you be that dumb? I'll get to that. I was very stupid and dumb. I thought I was being like very rebellious and shit, while I was just really out here being stupid. This is the Maybelline True Match. I think it's the 8 shade. I don't know. I contacted my homegirl. I was like, I'm meeting with a Tinder date tonight and I'm gonna send you my location. This is the address. She was like, no problem. I'm gonna stay close to your hood. Just like in case if something would happen. If something was bound to happen that day, it would have been too late already, but it was a boss-ass move from her though. On my way to meet the catfish, I did feel something funky. And that is also a sign, guys. If you feel like your gut is telling you this ain't right, don't go for it, because your gut is always right. You know that feeling you be having in your stomach like something ain't right? That is what I felt. So at a certain point, my cousin calls me. In general, I am a person that likes to talk on the phone, so, you know, we were just having our regular conversations as I was going to the catfish, and I was like telling her, okay, yeah, I'm going to a Tinder date tonight, yada yada yada. She was like, okay, you know, talking, chopping it up until I got there. So when I got to the hood of the catfish, it was in the hood. When I got to the hood, I was like, what the fuck am I doing here? Still on the phone with my cousin. By the way, this is open. Y'all perverts couldn't tell me my shit is open? The fuck is wrong with y'all? Perverts? No. I am kidding. Wow. I really must be given mentally not okay. I know. So I'm still on the phone with my cousin as I arrive there. It's a very sketch hood. I'm like, what the fuck is it? Where are you now, bitch? Like, what the fuck are you doing in here? I'm standing outside. I'm in front of the house. And I'm like, I'm here. So I'm just standing and waiting for someone to come out of the house, you know? Like, oh no, I forgot to say that when I got there, there were a few people standing outside. And I was like, great, if something happens, I have witnesses that saw me. If people try to come for me, because I did send the address to my homegirl. If something happens and my homegirl needs to get here, it's gonna take a while for her to get here. I see the people, they go inside. Okay, I make sure they see me. If something goes down, y'all cannot deny, y'all seen the bitch, y'all seen me. Okay, cool. As I'm on the phone with my cousin, I want to send a text. I wanted to send it to my cousin, and the text was saying, don't hang up unless I give you a sign that it's safe. What do? Faith plus the universe, and God, of course, made me send a text to the catfish. Then I get a reply from the catfish, no, I'm scared. I don't dare to come out. I was like, come the fuck out. Come the fuck out. I want to see who this is, because at this point, something ain't right. Come on now. Oh, I don't dare. Okay. Close to the house was like a chair outside. The catfish was like, yeah, take a seat on the chair. Bro, fuck do I look like taking a fucking seat on the chair in the fucking winter? So you can like slure me in while I'm sitting on the chair? I think the fuck not. Oh shit. Need to put a little more foundation on top because you're seeing my blemishes. Yeah, I was like, no, fuck do I look like sitting on a fucking chair in front of a house? I don't fucking know. No, I'm scared, yada yada yada. I was like, we gonna see who the fuck you is tonight. Yeah. By the way, guys, today we're testing a new palette, which is the Revolution palette. I already had it for like 6 months. I've never used it. So we're gonna test it today. Bought it in London, or my sister got it for me. Look how pretty that is. Like, such pretty shades. And this is like shades that go very well with my skin tone, which I think is very important because I don't like all type of shades under my eyes. And these are like neutral ones that just makes my skin pop very well. By the way, make sure you wash your brushes because that shit can give you severe acne. I'm still recovering. Ooh, this is pretty. Yeah, as I stand there, I hear good evening. I look up. Oh my god. I look up and I see a 50 greasy old motherfucker. I'm like, hello. Like, hello. Why the fuck are you talking to me? It didn't hit. He was drinking like a beer or something. My tone at times can be very passive aggressive, and that is how it was that night. I was like, hello, leave me the fuck alone. After a while, it just clicked that the person that didn't dare to come out was the 50 fucking year old man. Oh my god, when that shit clicked, I nearly shit in my pants, bitch. I nearly shit in my pants. I was like, what? What the fuck? Oh my god. There was so much shit racing through my mind. How shit could have ended very different. Like, I don't know. It could have went down on a path. Really, what the fuck am I doing? I really don't know what I'm doing. It just could have went down a very, very fucking bad. You know, when I walked away, the catfish was typing like, yeah, there you go. I was like, no way. This fucking 50-year-old man lured me to his house to do God know what. And you're probably like, okay, why didn't you video call with him or anything? You know, at that time, I was just mentally so out of it. I was doing so bad. I did ask for that, but, you know, he played it off real cool. No, I'm in the bus right now. No, this and that. So there was no space for that. I really need to make it kind of neutral because this is giving too much. This seems more like it. Yeah, this seems more like it. Sorry. I had to like take a quick break because I was like, what the fuck are you doing, bitch? Is it Clownsville? No, I'm kidding. When you think like the eyeshadow is a little too popping for you, try to blend it with like a darker color shade. and it will turn out better. You see? I told my cousin, she was like, what? I could have died that day. That shit was so fucking crazy. It was so fucking crazy. I think I was in shock like for a week or something. Very in shock. Now, fast forward, let's say how long ago? Should I do like a pop? Fast forward, I'm looking at a crime thing. This was like a few months ago. As I'm looking at the crime thing, I see that an older man got jumped where I was supposed to meet the catfish. And I was like, is it the catfish? So honestly, I think the catfish got jumped because he was catfishing just young girls. And eventually, I think he catfished a woman, and yeah, I think he was so good at catfishing women that he catfished a woman and her people got to know, and that was the karma for the catfish itself. So guys, you know, learn from this, just making it a little bit dark under my eyes. But yeah, that is the story of how I got catfished. And I hope y'all really learn from this. Don't make the same mistakes as me. I am still kind of that I don't trust people till this day. I just don't know how they turn out to be. I'm just afraid of meeting new people. Like I said, it is a part of why I am anxious. By the way, I'm using brown eyeliner. It's from Essence. Loving that lately. Yeah, the man got his karma. They jumped him in his own hood. We all know why the man got jumped. Like, come on now. He was doing something that was just unacceptable. Unfucking acceptable. And once again, I know that I got very lucky because it was such a serious situation. Do we fuck with it? So yeah, that is one of the situations why I am very anxious till this day. Pretty sure I got PTSD from that shit. Very ghetto, do not recommend. Could have lost my fucking life. Horrific. Fucking horrific. I wanted to tell this story, but honestly, for you to come on YouTube and be like very transparent about your life, it takes some courage, you know? It takes some real ass of balls. By the way, this mascara is from MAC. My skin is really not that flawless as I would want it to be. Like, I haven't seen sun in such a long time. I really need to go on a vacation, period. Yeah, I have a lot more wild shit that I've been through. But you know, as time progresses, I'll share it. It's okay to fuck up in life like everybody does, but sometimes we're not always gonna be that lucky. And if there's something I've learned in the last 3 years is that in a lot of situations I've been very lucky in life because it could have ended way different. I'm just happy it ended the way it did because, bro, imagine, oh my god, I don't even want to think about it. I definitely don't even want to fucking think about it. What could have happened? When I was riding the metro home, everything felt so fucking surreal. True match, Shaitan. Yeah, everything felt so fucking surreal because I was like, oh my god, I could have never put a foot in my house ever again. Like that feeling, I never want to feel that shit ever again. And for what? You know, that was just like because I was too insecure to step up for myself and not be in that fucking situationship, wasting my damn time with someone that claims doesn't want me but still want all of my time. So yeah, that is the story time, how I got catfished. But eventually he did get his karma. That was good. Good for him that he got his karma because that shit was wild, man. Come on. What you mean? Are you dumb? It's just like, people are really sick out there. And I should have paid better attention too. But I was just mentally not there. I always do this because foundation and shit gets on my lips. Not cute. Man. Oi. So kids, stay out there, stay safe. Don't do dumb things because you never know how things will end up. I'm gonna chop it up because I don't want to leave y'all like that. A lip liner. This is brown NYX lip liner. This is Essence. I liked it. I liked it. This was fun. This was fun. Oh my god, should we do this more often? Should we? And then I use this finishing spray. I spray it on my face. And when you use this, oh my gosh, it gives your makeup like an airbrush that is immaculate. Like, you see, it gives your makeup like a very finishing airbrush touch. Okay, you know, it be doing something. Is it given? I think it's given something. By the way, the blush was Fenty Beauty, Ginger and Muscle Mule. Now I'm gonna clean this shit up. That's it. Okay guys, I just finished drawing some sketches. When I have anxiety, it really helps me by concentrating on something else. So when I'm drawing or making sketches, my concentration is fully on the sketch I'm making or the drawing I'm coloring. So my mind gets the chance to focus on something completely different. By doing this, you're tricking your brain and mind to focus on something else instead of the anxiety. For you, it could also be something else that gets your mind off things. I don't know what you're into. Just something of your choice. The important thing is that you do something that shifts your focus off of the anxiety and into something else. I hope this video can help you along your path, along your journey, and I think I'm gonna wrap it up. If you haven't already, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Love you, mean it, bye. Mwah.